appreciate you guys being here. It's good to be back for a second year. It's really good to be representing the University of Kentucky, my alma mater, and also the SEC. When we left here, and I say here because we were here in this hotel, we're here in Birmingham, January 8th, playing in the BBVA Bowl. When we left here in January, I challenged our returning players, our veteran returning players, our some new players that were about to get an opportunity to play. We've also challenged the players that just walked on campus recently to do the right things, and ask them, are they willing to do the right things with the right attitude, with the right maturity, with the right focus in order to rise this program up to the next level. And rise has been our theme this off season. We have proven that we can compete in this league. We want to continue to rise, and that rise is to be able to contend and stay in the title race as long as we possibly can. We've been in the title race in 2007 for a short period of time. We want to try to see how long, see if we can stay in the race a little bit longer. We had some positive, and our kids have accepted that challenge, done an outstanding job this off season. We had some positive changes to our coaching staff. We hired Rick Minner as a co-coordinator, a guy that on defense, a guy that I had worked for in '97, '98, and did an outstanding job. What you saw of Cincinnati, I think Rick took that program from when I got there in '97, they hadn't been to a bowl game in 47 years, and now Cincinnati is consistently in bowl games. He's been a mentor to me for a long time, and I'm excited to have him be a part of my staff. We also hired Steve Pardue, who is a Kentuckian and a longtime Georgia high school coach, who will coach our running backs, and we expect to get. We've done a really good job in the Atlanta, Central Georgia area. We want to get down into the South Georgia a little bit more, and Steve Pardue brings it to us. I think you'll see a lot of the results of it being Rock Oliver being a part of our program for a year and a half. Our players look different. They're a lot stronger, a lot leaner, and I think the thing that your weight room must bring to you is mental toughness, and Rock Oliver is bringing that mental toughness to our football team. When we get them in spring, and when we get our players in the fall camp, they have to have that mental toughness to get through, and Rock has done an outstanding job in doing that. Any questions?
Coach, talk about the transition from year one to year two. You know, you were preparing yourself for this.
Yeah. I was preparing myself, but nothing prepares you for the stuff that that comes up. And I had a chance to talk to, and I tell the story, talk to Kevin Sumlin, who's at Houston after his first month on the job. He and I was visiting, and I asked him how is it going, and his comment was nothing really prepares you for all the things that come up as being a coordinator doesn't, being a CEO of some company doesn't, and nothing really prepares you for all the things that you have to do and you see in being a head coach in college athletics, especially football, especially in this league. So, but the transition, we feel good about where we are now. Year two, I mean, everybody says, am I better today? Yes, I'm better today. I mean, you're a better reporter today. The guys are probably a better Twitter. The guy here's tweeting. He's probably a better tweeter today. Our kids better be better tweeters today also. But I mean, it's been a fun experience, and it's been an experience of a lifetime for me. I'm living a dream, being able to lead my alma mater and also represent this league that I've grown up in for 30 years.
Of the unexpected thing, what was the most unusual thing that happened?
Well, I can tell you this: when I went on the, when I first left the press conference, when they announced that I was taking over, I didn't. I left, went on the road immediately, and I got back. It was Wednesday. That was a Wednesday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I got back on Friday, and there was a long line waiting for me, and it was some support people, it was players, it was trainers, it was some video guys. There was a long line waiting for me, and it ranged from what type of coffee that we want to have in our office to can I change my number. So there's a lot of things involved, and it was I don't care, no, I don't care, maybe. Try to get them out as quickly as we possibly can so we can get on to business, things that really mattered. And what matters is making sure we develop these kids mentally, physically, and socially also.
Coach, you got a lot of people coming back on defense. Offensive line looks like it's going to be pretty well back. Obviously, losing some offensive playmakers. So, what are the expectations? What are you?
Well, first of all, we've been in this situation before. If you can remember, in 2007, we lost a lot of production, a lot more production than we just walked out the door this past year. We lost Keenan Burton, we lost Jacob Tammy, we lost Andre Woodson, we lost another 1,000-yard receiver in Stevie Johnson, we lost Raphael Little, who was a 1,000-yard rusher. That's a lot of production. We did lose a lot of production this year. We lost the guy that was the #1 in all-purpose yardage here in the SEC, and Randall Cobb. We lost Derek Locke, who did an outstanding job for us. Also, we lost Chris Matthews, who was close to a 1,000-yard receiver. We lost Mike Hartline, who threw for 3,100 yards. The good thing is there were some other people supporting those guys. You look and LeRod King caught 35 balls last year and 5 touchdowns. He was our #3 receiver. G. McCaskill, who hurt his knee and was out last year, should be back this year. We have Matt Rourke, who played a lot for us last year, also at the wide receiver position. It wasn't like that in 08 when Randall's group came in. And also Randall's group, we were teaching those guys how to be wide receivers. Because of the 5 wide receivers we signed in 08, and Randall was one of them, 4 of them had played quarterback. So it's teaching those guys how to talk, how to walk, we had to teach them everything. And I was the wide receiver coach, so I know. I got a lot of gray hairs that year. And you had to coach everything. When I hit the field, it was coach everything. Stance, how to get out of the huddle, because those guys didn't know. This year, with the guys that we have been able to attract, and we have sold Randall Cobb. Okay, we knew by the time recruiting that he would possibly have a chance to leave us early. So we had sold Randall Cobb. We brought in 5 true receivers. Now T. Martin's job should be a lot easier than mine was in 2008, and he needs now teach them plays. Those guys understand the position. They understand how to they understand when someone comes up in their face. So I'm excited about the possibilities of having some more playmakers that like we've had here at Kentucky. Morgan Newton's played a lot of football around here. He has played a lot. He's much further along, and we have done a good job in developing quarterbacks. That's what we have done. If you look at our quarterbacks, if Mike Hartline gets into camp, and he should get into somebody's training camp, 5 of our last 6 quarterbacks have been on some NFL rosters. So we've done a good job of developing quarterbacks, and we're really pleased with how Morgan Newton has progressed. So he should be that next guy next great quarterback here at Kentucky.
Coach, when Danny was in here, he was talking about he thought his most important thing going into this year was to improve as a leader. How's your leadership on this team?
Well, it is important, especially when the guy puts up the numbers that Danny has put up. He was the leading tackler in this league. And he'll continue to make those plays and have 10 tackles plus per game, and that's important for us. But the most important thing is that Danny become a better leader. And he has those qualities. There's no question about that. I mean, he has that presence. He has those qualities. I and Stuart Hines, I don't know if he's been in here, went over to Africa, and I saw nothing but leadership qualities pouring out of Danny. I'm excited about it. He just needs to take it on. He hasn't. He's always had someone that he was following. He had Wesley Woodyard. He had Micah Johnson, and he really didn't understand how to do it himself last year. I think this year he really truly understands how to be the leader that we need him to be. Rick Minner has helped that also. He and Chuck Smith will both coach our linebackers, but I think Rick Minner has helped that and starting to bring those qualities out that we know that Danny has in him.
Coach, real quick, T. Martin, talk a little bit about him. I mean, how the kids receive him. I mean, obviously winning a national title and probably Christian School platform in Boston.
Well, our kids, the thing that kids today, they look up to players that have been productive not only in this league at the next level, and T's one of those guys. He's just young enough that these kids know who he is. Randall Cobb grew up right there outside of Knoxville and grew up idolizing T. Martin, so he was already on his Twitter before he got there. So, and T has come in and taught us how to tweet and taught us how to Facebook and those things. So he's helped all of us. He was been a huge part in recruiting at Kentucky. He was a guy that, and it's hard when you replace yourself, when you have to replace yourself, and I had to replace myself as a wide receiver coach, and you wanted to make sure you got the right guy, and T. Martin's definitely the right guy. One thing that I've done is try to just stay out of his way because the guy knows football. He's an outstanding coach. He will be in one of these tables. I don't know. He will be at some table as a head coach someday. I hope it's not too soon because I still need him. But he will be a head coach someday and be an outstanding one.
Thanks, guys. That's all I have.
Appreciate it.